Here we go. The teams wanted to go back at it again. Neither one satisfied with the half. MIBR think it could have been more. Same for BHOP. They were close, but no cigar to that 9-6. Now it's BHOP on the defense, MIBR on the offense, and it's Stanislav peeking out towards Fountain. I'm Boggs, he's Laz, Jacob Happen, our producer. And this is the final half of this map 3 between these two teams, and Stan opens it up nicely. Turtle's been domed, and Cello's on 1 HP. This is not quite full danger zone for MIBR, but you might say you're on the highway to the danger zone.
Gotta love the danger zone. All about it. Look at this. What do we have? A formation being built. The transformers are being built here from BHOP. I don't know what they're doing. What's that thing in Power Rangers? Oh, you probably don't know. You probably don't even know.
Megazord?
No, with the thing they turn into when they morph together. Is that Megazord? Well, no, I know it's a Mighty Morphing Power Ranger, but they turn into something. But that's what
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called.
All right, someone in chat needs to get it out for me because I'm trying to remember. But either way, the execute's coming in. MIBR. They are finally getting themselves inside the site. The bomb is going to get planted as a 5-on-5. Never mind. No, it's not. Bodies are dropping quickly. I was going to say it's a 5-on-5 retake it. It's not. MIBR. No more utility. Nothing to use. They got a P250 available. 60 coming from the back and connector. Stan coming wide on the truck. Optimist if you want to think that way. And there it is, back and forth. And BHOP have been able to hop themselves a couple kills. And now just down to exit. Oh, it's a little bit of a whiff. Looking to see what else he can do. But he's not able to find the diffuser. And it's going to be a pistol round once again for the BHOP.
BHOP lost the first half pistol, but they win the second, and that is the important one for them. They needed that pistol to give themselves that chance to close the gap before MIBR get guns, but they're going to force up with that bomb plant. Turtle going straight for the AK. Wait, no they're not. Cello's going to take a hit. It's going to be a Hero AK half-buy overall from MIBR. This is not something you will see often, but it is something that could definitely catch them off guard, especially as the AK rings out first. Stan taking the brunt of that damage. Now BHOP are thinking, oh crap, they full bot, they forced in. Boys, be careful, they're coming for us. But in reality, it's Turtle running a big, great con. And MIBR have Burnson with armor and a Glock? Huh?
You got me there, Boggs. I honestly, I was trying to think. I'm like, why? Why would we have that? But maybe you just decided to pull back on the plan. I feel like if you already committed the full armor, you might as well just go for the Galil.
Maybe he was there to pick up the AK if Turtle dies.
That could be the other idea too. And I was kind of thinking that maybe, but it's a lot of what ifs for Stan. Oh, Stan. Oof. Howdy, partner, and he's able to come from the back. Make some good damage. Exit. He's got the full amount of utility, so if he swings this, and if he dies, I mean, MIBR lose everything for any chance of an execute.
They lose that execute potential, but they still have Turtle. And Turtle's been a bit of a tank when it comes to holding down sites. Stanislav peeking in. That's exit to find him. That's a gun, a second gun here for MIBR. This is where the round really gets a bit dangerous for BHOP, where they have donated another rifle over to MIBR. In comes the push, in comes the take. 6, he's blind, but he's still able to get the bomb down, and he's going to spray away for more. In the meantime, Beaky finishes off Cello. The AK's gone. The rifle upgrades come to nothing, and it is a round that goes the way of BHOP in the end, and it could have been really, really scary when Stan died early on, but BHOP weather the storm. They get out of there pretty much fine, aside from Stan, and they come out of it with the extra AK to boot, so they will be pretty happy with that one. 10-7 now, and well, MIBR buying up fully this time, except for Cello, who bought that AK for Turtle in the last round. They're going to sprint up towards Playground and try and get some control towards A. 60 out towards Tree, has a friend in Stan. Is that friend going to be able to do much damage up close by the rock with the MP9? There's a good flash. You can definitely make the argument that it won't. It was a Megazord. I was right.
Oh, thank you, Oso. Much appreciated. I like this aggression from BHOP, though. Having the player up on rock, you have the one player close by, you get Stan. Again, if the util comes from 60, if they want to try this, I mean, he could catch them off guard. Now they're advancing their position, so not going to make as much damage, but he could swing and get that information. Now they're going to creep through connector. BHOP, knowing this information, they should know this information. You got the double players in B. And now there's a lot of hesitation. 60, though, gets that first kill. Now he can fall back. They get the opening duel. Stan, again, look at the position. Now he knows the execute's coming in through middle. He's getting gifted a kill. It's on a silver platter, but a little bit too much of a big bite, and he's done.
Cello's pushing through. 60 holding, spots the shadow, spots the first, but does not know there's another one close right. Cello gets a free kill. 3v2, but in comes Beaky from Banky. He's trying to make some cash here for BHOP as they're trying to shut down MIBR and flip this one around and go for the 2-1 finish here against this Brazilian giant. Exit does get one more, but he is finished off nicely by Spermy. 10-8 now. That lead is shrinking. There will not be a bomb plant, so no full buy for MIBR. Pistols will have to suffice, at the very least, do some economic damage, because the economy, it's not terrible for BHOP. It's not great, but I've seen worse at this point in time on the CT side, so it definitely isn't an awful situation for BHOP to be in right now.
We talked about this too. I mean, BHOP, they start to do quite well when they're in the blue. Typically, a nice spray coming in. Making a couple haircuts. Turtle on exit. Get the buzz cuts, and now it's just down to 3. The bomb is dropped, but it should be retrievable. But the information's been gained for BHOP. CZ and Stan gets a bit too aggressive, and he gets put to sleep now. And that's going to be the M4 picked up. The armor actually is available for your Cello, so again, that aim punch not going to be a factor. What do we see from MIBR? Oh my, Joda just goes for a one-man play, but the flash was there, didn't make a connection.
Tries to be the hero, ends up with nothing. Cello, far and away the top performer on his team, too. 23-10, nobody else even anywhere close. 11 kills ahead of both Burns and an Exit. And that's a bit of a problem there, Laz, where it's so top-heavy for MIBR. You look over at BHOP, it's a little top-heavy as well. Silas for the most part, but it's been a lot more steady in terms of everyone coming up with kills when they needed to. Silas gets another one here. And Burns in the last one standing will fall to Spermy's hand. But only one round now separating these two teams. And this is where things really come to a head for MIBR. And where is the timeout for them? Because they're about to let, at the very least, BHOP get 4 rounds in a row. If this turns into 5 and no bomb plant comes forth from MIBR, it's another half buy. And it's 11-10 most likely, in the favor of BHOP. And if you're MIBR, you can't afford to lose this map. 1-3 in ECL, with the likes of Party Astronauts still ahead of you.
Such an important game. Such an important game for both teams, but like you said, MIBR. A shock of events. Maybe history being made, we don't know yet. 60 gets the jump spot, he gets some information. Perfect discipline. Doesn't try to go for the aggression, instead will play back. Play closer to his teammates. Turtle now gonna creep up. Do a bit of a cleanup in the washroom, he's able to find nothing, so... BHOP now switched it up onto short A. Stan playing an aggressive position. Oh, but look at this angle. The molly comes in. He's getting more aggressive, but Stan! Oh no, he gets taken out. Now it's 60. He's able to find a second now too. He's dropped the bomb. Noise is being made. 60 tries to go for the no-scope. Nothing will land, but he's done his job. We're right back to the 3-3. Bomb retrieved. BHOP. Only 38 seconds longer to hold this down.
30 seconds, Beaky peeking, spots the bomb and has it on the ground. Big pickup there for young Beaky. Jota trying to refrag this one, does a lot of damage and spams him through Divider. 2v2. Silas, though, still hanging around, could get split upon, though. Jota making all the noise. Silas has to no, peeks around wide. Belabored spray takes a lot of damage, but he does get the kill, and he's bailed out, trying to reposition. Burtonson taking a shot. There's no time. He has to save. He has to stay alive. It's going to be 10-10. No bomb plant again. A hero op. Will they buy around it? There could be an argument for it, especially considering Cello has 4K. He can get the AK and some utility. Galil's on the rest. That is viable. But the score is tied. It's all even at 10 apiece. This has to be the timeout from MIBR, especially to figure out what they want to do with their money. Yes, it is the timeout from MIBR. Do they force? Do they save? Do they half? Forcing would make more sense to even out the economy. But BHOP, this defense, Laz, it's unsolvable right now.
It's a thing of beauty. It's looking miraculous from BHOP and a big surprise. Because we talked about this. We talked a lot about this in the pre-show. I mean, MIBR, I mean, historically, I mean, even more recently, they had a 16-14 victory over Carpe Diem, whereas on the other side of things, when you're talking about BHOP, I mean, they had a close game versus Party Astronauts quite some time ago, about a week or so ago, but that's kind of their closest showing they've had in some time. So the fact now that we're in a neck-and-neck game versus MIBR, they've done their homework, and Stan, he gets himself, well, 1.5, we'll call it. And this is a potential gimme round unless we see that op start to sing some lullabies. We could be seeing the lead coming in for BHOP.
It's going to be some deagles in the op that need to shine. There's an M4 for Jota now, gives him a little bit more, but there's only one flash in terms of utility, and there's a lot of time on the clock, 1:14 to go. And while time might usually be seen as an ally when it's this along for a T side, when it gives BHOP so much move to room in this kind of a situation, this 4v3, it really makes MIBR have to second guess everything that's going on. The bomb has been left in top of playground, top of party, just sitting there on the floor, and BHOP are letting MIBR sweat it all out. They've completely abandoned it. They are saying, we have faith in our defense. We have faith in our sight holds. We don't need to push and hold the bomb. You guys can have it. Sure, go ahead. Doesn't mean you'll get anything done with it. Doesn't mean you'll get to the site. That is confidence from BHOP, and arguably, I would say the right play. Very, very good case to be made there. Especially considering, well, it's not a very defensible position. Too many different angles for MIBR to come from. Just hold your sights properly. You have the op from 60 to keep a nice eye on the long range. Hey, there's one on the Burns, and that's the op gone. And up close, Stanislaw has Jota from map. It's all down to exit. Time is fleeting. Exit is bleeding, and he is gone. 11-10. It's BHOP on top. But another buy can come through from MIBR. This is where things get messier and messier for MIBR. They don't break this one up quickly. At the very least, it's been 6 in a row for BHOP.
A little bit more control now forward towards B. MIBR putting their foot on the gas, getting that connector control also. So they've been able to get into water. A little bit different of a pace. Silas able to get that information with the jump spot. They don't react to it, and this is what we talked about with the discipline. Some good utility usage. It's going to block off the boost, and now they have to use a smoke. They have to extinguish it. Remove it. Stand with a nade. Oh, I thought it was going to do more than that, surely. Oh, Stan. Oh, you got to get out of there. He gets taken down to 16. He's trying to do the spamming, but instead he'll get spammed. Cello going for the boost now. Don't think anybody's exposed here, though, Boggs.
Nobody exposed. Oh, that's some noise made as Jota drops all the way down into the water. BHOP not overextending, not over-aggressing. Playing much more stationary here. MIBR burning out through most of their utilities. Same could be said for BHOP here. Double flashes, a smoke and a nade, all they have to work with. At least they do have the smoke and the nade down towards B. Smoke gets used towards monster tunnels. Could send Burns in through, though, with a MAC-10. Drops the bomb back. Time is ticking. They need to get a move on here. Spermie's playing anti-flash. Silas right in front. Flash is going to go through here shortly. Burns in, pushing in, catches the timing. Spermie's down. So no, Silas holds the line. He's still alive, but finally sprayed down by Jota. Flames burn Beaky. 6Z and Stanislaw needs to pull it back, and 6Z does not connect his shot. Moving a little bit too much when he tries to take that first shot. Stan will spray. Only good for one. He got only that one he spotted. And not enough there from BHOP. They get caught out too aggressive. That was a good timing on the reload, too. The push from Burns. And we're all knotted at 11-11. Make a wish, folks, because, well, there we go. BHOP calling timeout. Their wish. 2-1 being MIBR.
In that kind of a situation, too, I was kind of expecting to see BHOP go for the save. I mean, they lost control of that site, but they still tried to see what they could find, and they weren't able to get the wish they wanted, but we sure are in the viewing of this game. Back to a tie. BHOP, like you said, calling the timeout, and an important timeout. The money's spent again. 60 does have the money and the funds for the op, but the loss bonus is 19, and a round like this, if they lose it, I mean, this is just going to put them in a bit of a funk. They're not going to be able to work much with it, right? And so this could be a very potential swing round and a much-needed round for BHOP to keep themselves alive in this.
Yeah, it's definitely a knife's edge for BHOP, as it's a bit of a risky situation considering their money. Stan only going 1-for-1 makes it a bit worse for them now, as they have no trade for that either. 60 now alone. Spurby's gone down. Is it time to sound the warning bells? Is this now trouble in the BHOP camp? Jota pushing up. Has some utility around as well. Beaky smoking off towards short, flashing in as well. Peeking up, Jota around the pillar, not spotted out yet. Good flashbang. Beaky should be dead here. No, drops down. The smoke kind of saved him, but he finally... No, it's actually 60 to get finished off there. Beaky does still strike for one. In comes Silas with the MP9, but they're both so low on health, and now it's all down to Silas. He'll be able to upgrade at the very least and grab a kit, but he has to reload, and they will know exactly where he is. No Molotov, no nades to flush him out or deal the damage. They have the guns and they have the double peek advantage if they want to go through here. Silas crossing back towards Heaven. Could even go in the long rotation all the way back through Connector and down towards B again. There's plenty of time for that. He's going to go in towards Heaven, and they're still stalling out. Silas, don't make a noise, lad. If you do, they will hear you. They will know exactly where you are. And now they make their play. Now they crawl towards B, but Silas swings out, spots out one, knows where the second is as well. Doesn't have the utility, but the smoke goes out. A wide swing from Cello around the other side. Catches the head through the little shelf. And that's going to be a lead for MIBR. 2 rounds straight, and they've flipped it back to their favor. No buy for BHOP. Full buy for MIBR. 13-11 looking likely, unless something goes horribly wrong.
Oh, those situations too. I mean, you decide if you want to reposition or you want to just keep reaggressing. Gets punished for it, and like you said, a sliver of an angle. Right back at it. Like I talked about, them losing this round, that puts them right on the save. They cannot spend really anything. I mean, Silas has the one flashbang. It's going to be used. Never mind, Jota. Jota! A triple! He's fully blind. He finally gets taken out. That's nice pickup, and I mean, this is looking like an MIBR round easy. I mean, unless this would have to be the biggest malfunction we've seen in this entire best of 3. Stan hoping for a kill. Getting one, maybe. Smoke comes in, blocking off Heaven. He has no sights at all. And there we go. The 13th is going to be solidified.
13th on the board. And only one casualty, too. Good for their fledgling economy. Now, Laz, does BHOP call a timeout going to this next round? That's where it all hinges for BHOP. They lose it. What will they have in their bank to stave off a 15th? Absolutely nothing. This is where the game can be decided. This is where the whole series can be decided. This one round here, round 25, between BHOP and MIBR. No op for 6C. It's the rifle. Iki on a FAMAS. Les, you've done so well to come up shy. Just be utter heartbreak. Do they have what it takes to hold off Made in Brazil? They burned through so much utility already. MIBR is going to push on through. They're just going to book it in. Spermie's blind. He's not been cleared. Can he get a couple? He does get one. Swings out wide. Caught off by Turtle, who has the double entry. Stanislaw joining up with Beaky. Out towards short. A boost up on top of the sandbags. Could stop the bomb plant. Stan doesn't see it, but Jota has a kill. Stan's spray doesn't connect. He's gone down. It's all down to Beaky in a 1v4. He's trying to save, but his life is more valuable than any gun that MIBR have in their possession. Burnson takes him down. 14-11. MIBR 2 rounds away, and it should be won unless pistols are the key for BHOP to get back into their winning ways.
Oh, the effects of CT side, and now a tough decision to make. I mean, they're all sitting at that 3,200, 2,000s. Do they save, or do they push things for OT? They're just going to put the pistols on the board. They're going to put everything on the line when MIBR have a good chance of putting this at a 15. Unless these Deagles can sing, unless we see the massive firepower come out of these pistols. Stan waiting, Stan connecting. No kills. 6C pushing through middle. 6C able to with a nice shot. Looking to see if he can get another one. He's able to fall back, but there is exit. He's giving 6C the quick out. Quick ramp. He's done. Oh, another shot? Oh my goodness.
Never count out the Deagles, Les. Never count out the Deagles. Especially the way Silas has been playing in 6C too. Silas is still alive, and he's grabbed an AK for an upgrade. Spermie has armor. There's a gun down he could potentially grab, but they're going to walk up long. Cello looking for a flank. It's not there. Silas could get the drop on him. Bit of a messy engagement, but so close, and yet so far for Silas. It all rests to Spermie and Beaky's pistols now. And Beaky's down towards a lane, running back towards side. Spermie yet to peek out, yet spotted out over top. The Deagle goes too much on the spam. But look at this lineup. He's got the lineup, but Burnson has him in the end. The op was scoped. Burnson hits it. He flicks around, and MIBR have match point here. 15-11. BHOP need 4 rounds in a row to take this to overtime. They will have their full buy and op on 6 EM4s and utility all the way across the board here. But MIBR have done almost enough. But close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. They have to push this one over the line. The nades will go too far. Only 3 damage for 2 HEs on the 6E. That's a good omen here for BHOP.
Turtle trying to push on through, but Silas is going to be able to find it. Oh, it's a messy spray. No! Oh, MIBR! Oh, they've slipped. They fell flat on the bottom. All 3 of them. It's a domino. And BHOP might have just done it to keep themselves alive. Jota being able to have that op in his hand. 15 HP. The bomb is dropped. What a massive hold. 60 gets the information. He gets one more chance to stay alive. He will smoke this. BHOP now, the question will be, do they want to hunt this?
No.
Or play discipline? And I agree, there's no reason to. I mean, yes, it'd be great to remove those guns.
They have more money than they need. It doesn't
exactly,
matter.
Exactly. And that's the thing. And if they die, there we go. The boost. I love that boost. Creative, innovative. Just beautiful. And now it's just down to exit on a 1v5 to get this thing to a 2-1.
Every kill he gets here is immensely valuable. Every gun he takes out of BHOP is the lack of a rifle in the next round. It is the lack of utility into the next round. He needs at least 1. If he gets more, it's huge. They don't need to be fighting. Silas especially shouldn't be the one taking the first contact. He should be the guy swinging on the trade on the initial contact. He should be the one to get that trade, not the first piece of holding and well. Don't! Oh yeah. Let's see how that affects the economy here. He will get dropped. That's going to mean somebody else is going to have to take the utility hit. Wait. Has anyone dropped Stanislaw?
I thought they did, yeah. 2,800 he purchased. Okay. Probably utility. I think he was dropped, though.
Oh, yeah, he was. It's there. Silas, the one to drop him.
Yeah, I was just going to say. 4,300.
That's close.
That is a little sketchy. MIBR, though, calling the timeout. They still have a 3-round buffer, but I mean, once again, yeah, you're a match and series point, but this is where pressure can start to build up, and how well you can handle yourself to cross that one more round to get this thing done. It's almost worse than when you're like at a 14-12 or anything like that. It's just that extra pressure. When things start don't going your way, the frustration builds up pretty quick.
Yeah, this is a veteran squad, though, especially the likes of Cello. Keep the team nice and level here mentally, especially with Bit as the coach, too, getting his 2 cents in. Hopefully a little more than 2 cents, but calm the boys down, get them back and in the right mindset. Damage done to Spermie. That's a good start here for MIBR. They've done a little bit of damage, at least in the very beginning, as they'll slowly set up and work around this map. That's a good piece of utility to flush Stanislaw out. The Molotov perfectly placed. But MIBR taking this round very slow and methodical, not overextending, not giving anything over to BHOP for free, trying to burn through that CT utility as well, as BHOP have done very well at stalling out with their own pieces of counter util. If there's not much there for BHOP to use, MIBR have a much easier round to play. But as the time ticks down to about the 50-second mark, MIBR have to start grouping up. They've been given nothing, they've found nothing. They don't even know that Spermie's down by the health he is.
Just feel this pressure. It's building up more and more. 35 seconds MIBR need to make their plan of attack. They're running this clock low, and we've seen earlier in this series when you run the clock too low what can happen. It hasn't been effective, so now it looks like they are putting that pressure into the A. 6E hasn't spotted anybody yet. The nade comes in, won't be able to make too much damage. Turtle does take down a bit. Silas able to find one. And now the nades are coming in. The execute is here. Bog, 6E. Oh, he's looking tempted. He's looking hungry, but he misses it. Oh, no, Stanislaw. It's a bit of a whip as well. It's just down to 2. 2v4 situation. It's a do or die. They must go now.
They have to go, but Turtles push down Bank. He sprays down Silas, and Beaky falls to the Oppa. Burns in. That is going to do it. 16-12 in the final map reverse sweep coming in from MIBR. Laz, you mentioned the pressure rising for MIBR after losing that one with the match point in hand. But think of the pressure on BHOP, and it showed the way they played that. The over-aggressiveness from 6E in that round, peeking when he doesn't have to with the op. If he has a rifle, it's a different story. But with the op, he misses one shot. You can see the result. Stan just running around, moving while spraying, just hoping and praying that he gets that kill. If he holds his nerve a little bit longer, there's a much better opportunity of getting the kill. Putting BHOP well behind the 8-ball. Man, from winning the first to losing in that heartbreaking fashion, that's a stiff blow to BHOP, man. But hats off to them for this performance overall, taking MIBR close to the brink and taking a map off of them. And that is far more than you or I thought was going to happen going into the series.
Yeah, and again, like we were kind of putting, MIBR as a heavy favorite for this. Again, not, just because of the experience, just what they've been doing and how well they've been performing. Yeah, they got knocked out of a tournament recently, but again, they're still fighting some top talent. And they are like a ranked number 24 team in the world. We're talking about BHOP, that it's in the hundreds of a world ranking. Like a significant difference that we're talking about here. But we have to recognize that even though BHOP weren't able to grasp this 2-1, they still made this competitive. It's been a big improvement. Even though they've been on a losing streak, they've been blown out 2-0. This is an improvement. We have now seen them contest with a top team in ECL, and they've gone the distance, and that's a big thing to note here for BHOP.
It's a big thing for BHOP. For MIBR, they do get a critical win. If they would have lost this, it would have almost ended their playoff hopes. It would have at least made it very, very difficult for them to make it into the playoffs. The Stripe have already claimed one of those 4 spots. But MIBR hold the line. They do what they should have done from the beginning, and they finish off the map strong. They finish off the match strong. But there still are some concerns. There are a lot of concerns from where I'm standing as to the stability of this MIBR roster. Yeah, they might have absolutely dumpstered complexity in Dallas, but their performances here in ECL have left a lot to be desired. And what's at stake is a spot in conference. From there, you earn your way into Pro League. That's no small tournament. This is no small event. There is a lot for progression at stake here.
It really is.
You can't let up against any of these teams.
Exactly. And I mean, the thing is, I mean, for MIBR, the fact that they put themselves at a 2-2, a critical